So, Microsoft's heavily rumoured discless console got announced yesterday, and well, as keeps getting pointed out, it's called the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, or for short, the Xbox One SAD. Oh dear, who was in charge of that? However, SAD is a pretty fitting title for the console because, to a certain extent, it's how it makes me feel. I love buying physical copies of a game, so I just hope in this ever digitalising world that this isn't going to become the trend for the consoles of the future. So today let's talk about some of the reasons why I prefer to buy physical copies of a game rather than digital ones. As a quick note, I don't want to discuss too much about the console as a whole, although there certainly is issues with it right now. Most importantly, a quick search on Amazon reveals that the new console costs roughly the same as a pretty much identical original version of the Xbox One S, even though it doesn't have the Blu-ray drive with it. But that might sort itself out over time, and the Xbox One S All Digital Edition does appear to come with a couple more games. Either way, that's not really the focus of this video. So first of all, I think it's important to say that I am certainly not against digital games. In fact, I own a silly amount of games on Steam, which are all obviously digital, and when I wanted to play Civilization 6 on its midnight release last year on the Nintendo Switch, I bought that digitally too. Additionally, buying games digitally is becoming more and more convenient for most people, and it's often a little bit cheaper as well than buying a physical copy. Particularly on the Switch with the cost of the cartridges, so I can fully understand why some people would happily choose a digital copy over a physical one the majority of the time. However, 9 times out of 10 if presented with the choice, I would usually rather buy a physical copy of a game. There are a few reasons why I prefer physical copies of games to digital copies. The first one is that, as a general rule, physical games take up far less storage space on your system than digital copies do, although there are some exceptions where this advantage is basically wiped out. The best example I can think of is Red Dead Redemption 2, which required a pretty big download either way. Another reason is that as someone who likes the experience of popping into the local game shop to buy a game, stores like this will struggle to survive if more and more games become accessible digitally only, and in my opinion, that would be a major loss. However, the most predominant reason for my preference of physical copies of games is that, like a stubborn old man stuck in his ways, I hate not having a game case to show for my purchase. Granted, part of my thinking has literally no logic behind it, but I just feel like I really own the game if I own a physical copy, whereas with a digital one, for some strange reason, I don't feel like I have complete ownership of it. Please, if you also feel like this, can you let me know, because it's quite concerning. Moreover, for many games, the artwork put on their cases is something to be enjoyed. Particularly with Nintendo's first-party titles, some of the best examples including Super Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Bros, and the recently released Yoshi's Crafted World, the cases do an exceptional job of capturing the magic of the game and really encouraging me to pop the cartridge into the Switch and play it for an hour or so. Additionally, as someone who loves to collect games, having a physical collection of games rather than a digital collection is much more pleasing to admire. Consequently, although I don't really have anything against the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, I hope it isn't the start of a trend where all consoles can only play digital versions of games. What do you think though? Would you be happy for more consoles to follow this trend, or like me, do you prefer physical copies of games? Also, do you think this is the future? Either way, be sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you have enjoyed today, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for lots more gaming content. Thank you for your time today, and I'll see you in another video soon.